guys, how you doing? Welcome back. Today we have the third and final installment of the Encountering the Aim-54 Phoenix missile series. Today is going to be the F-15 versus the F-14, and we've already done the MiG-29 and the F-18, so if you haven't seen those videos, part 1 and part 2, go ahead and check them out. Today Razor is going to be flying the F-15, and he's going to square up against an F-14 Tomcat, so let's go ahead and see what happens. Okay, there he is on RWR, 12 o'clock. Pick him up on radar. There he is on the radar. Switch to TWS. Lock him up. And I'll probably fire on him here. Fox 3. Look at that. Missile's actually climbing for once. Alright, this is quite a long distance, so I'll watch his behavior on the radar here. He usually breaks defensive as soon as I fire them, but I don't think he can see the launch this time because of the distance. He's going to want to get defensive soon. There he goes, he's going defensive. Alright, so he entered a notch there, so I lost him on the radar here. I highly doubt that that missile hit him. Oh, he's back. He's not notching. Now he's going to the right. That was another Fox 3. He's trying to bleed the missiles because the distance is too long, instead of just entering a notch. This is going to allow him to close his distance to me a lot faster than being in a notch. Okay, one more. Fox 3 again. Alright, so now I'm closer, so he had to enter a notch to defend against these. So we'll just wait till he exits his notch again, fire again. I don't know where he is though, he's probably pretty busy though. So I'm pretty sure he's like really low on the ground, which is going to make it hard to pick him up. Again, in a real fight I wouldn't be closing distance like this, but this is a fight to the death, so I'm going to get close so that if I miss all these Fox 3s I can hit him with a Fox 2. Here he is on RWR again. Still can't pick him up though. There he is. Now I got him. Okay, Fox 3 again. back into the notch he goes. It doesn't look like it tracked anything. I gotta be honest with you guys, I'm getting a little nervous this time. Alright, there he is on radar again. Lock him up. Fox 3. Okay, we're gonna break defensive because we're really close. And I don't want him to get an AMRAAM solution on us here, so we're gonna turn cold and re-engage. Alright, I think we're good. Now he's hot on me, that's bad. I'm gonna recommit.
Over G, over G, over G, over G, over G, over G.
Okay, I have missile launch. I gave him Fox 3 again. We're breaking defensive again.
Over G, over G, over G.
He's hot on me again, which means he defeated that missile really quickly. I'm down to just Fox 2s.
Over G, over G, over G.
This is bad. He's launched again. I'm flaring just in case he Fox 2'd me. I'm totally defensive here.
Over G, over G, over G.
I gotta try and get a Fox 2 off at him. Oh, I'm hit. I'm hit. Going down. Alright guys, here we go. This is the TAC view. This is me. That's Razor off in the distance here. Okay, so I fired the missile at about 60 nautical miles. 60, yeah, exactly 60 nautical miles. And that was the farthest I'd ever fired a missile, especially a Phoenix missile. But it's one of the only missiles that you can fire at that range there and still maybe hit a target. Now Razor's a little too experienced, so it probably won't hit him, but I knew that. But basically what I did was I fired in TWS mode at a greater distance so that the burn time on the Phoenix missile would stop. It was about 30 seconds is the burn time, so he won't be able to make visual confirmation of the launch. However, when the missile goes pitbull, he will receive an RWR notification, and that should force him defensive. Alright, so we can see that at right around here he starts to go defensive. Whether he did manage to get visual confirmation or not, I'm not entirely sure. But what he does here is he enters a notch initially. Right, so immediately having entered the notch, I lost lock. Right, so the missile was now on its own, and I'm sure it was pitbull by that point anyway. So you can see that instead of maintaining the notch, what he's going to do is combine two different kinds of defensive maneuvers here. We'll talk about it in just a second. There, that's a good point. Okay, so what he's doing is, first of all, you can see he's reducing his altitude. Okay, so what he's doing is dragging the missile down with him. Look at the missile's curve. Okay. Doing that, he's dragging the missile into dense air. He's making it very difficult for the missile to maintain its energy. Also, if you can see, he's doing these little curves, okay, the left and right crank, and essentially what that's doing is forcing the missile to constantly have to recalculate lead. You can't really see it in the Phoenix missile here, but like you can see a slight curvature of the missile, and basically any time that you can force a missile to make a curve, you're going to bleed off its energy. So he's combining those two things, forcing it to turn and pulling it into dense air in order to defeat that missile. Okay, and he knows it was fired from a long distance because he had me on radar, so he made a general assumption that the missile was already not going to have a lot of energy, and you can see that he just basically outmaneuvers the missile, and the missile's at like Mach 0.6, so this missile's trashed. At this point I fired off a second and a third missile. Now the third missile ends up just hitting the side of a mountain here, and that's because I fired it, I believe, like a fraction of a second after I lost lock, after he enters this notch here, and because I lost that lock, this missile had nothing, so it just kind of fell off my plane and hit the side of a hill. Okay, however, this missile, he's entered a notch against it, and because he's so low to the ground, he's forcing this missile to fight through dense air. You can see the energy state's already down to Mach 0.6. Sorry about that. And it's just gonna fall into the ocean. Okay, so as soon as he knows that he's good, he's going to turn back hot, he's going to close distance, because half the fight with a Tomcat is just getting close, right? So okay, so he gets close and he gets that next launch. I picked him up when he was hot here, and we can see that missile, he's once again very low, okay, right over the ocean, and he's in that notch. Okay, notice the chaff dropping to try to fool the missile. Let's have a look at what happened here and why the missile reacquired him. So I lost lock on him as he went through the notch. Right, so this missile was active and it had to do it by itself. It had to figure it out. Okay, so you can see that it's just literally a few degrees off, because now he has to, look at this. Actually, that looks like a perfect 90. Oh no, you can see a little bit here, right? He's just a few degrees off of his 90-degree notch. Just a very simple mistake on that. But the missile's, oh, it's Mach 2.6. I was going to say it's got low energy state, so you shouldn't be too worried, but Mach 2.6 is pretty decent. So he's going to start dropping that chaff. That missile's got him reacquired. It's going to turn on him. You can see his little adjustments. Okay, he's correcting his notch there. He's not going to be able to re-notch that missile at this the way it's coming in, so all he had to do was outrun it, and the F-15 is the greatest plane to do that, right? He had full afterburner and he was hauling ass, so he was going to try to outrun that missile, which he did, right? The missile may have reacquired him, but it didn't have the energy through the dense air to come and get him. So at this point, the separation is 12.5 nautical miles, which is dangerous for me. This is AMRAAM range for him. If I defend well, this isn't too dangerous for me at this altitude. I'm at 4,000 feet. He's at 1,800 feet. And at this distance, it's not too dangerous if I defend, but he is getting within hitting range. So you can see he comes up and he pops off his first AMRAAM, and I get off a Phoenix. Alright, so you can see he immediately, as soon as he pops up, fires off his missile, he's chaffing and he's going to get behind this mountain here. Okay, and having gotten behind that mountain, what he's done is force the missile, because the missile wants to pull a lead on him, right? And if you lead the missile into the ground, you can defeat it like that. So let's have a look at what happened to that missile. Notice as he goes down, the missile just slams into the ground. So he defeats that missile very easily. And I've got the problem of the AMRAAM coming in, which isn't going to be a problem if I just turn cold and go defensive. Notice how he's popping out of the mountain once again, and he's hot and he's looking to engage again. He's recommitted already. I defeat that missile, and now we're at 10 nautical miles. There's my next launch, and he's got one off as well. Except look at Razor, he's just so good that he automatically just enters his notch here. And that missile's garbage. Okay, once again I'm defensive against this AMRAAM. And I think that was my last Fox 3. Or maybe I have one more, I'm not sure. No, that was it for me. As I come back, I'm trying to get, like, we're close enough that I'm getting ready to Fox 2 him here. And as I come up to recommit, he fires off another AMRAAM. So I gotta go defensive again. Now, in this situation, I do drop some flares. And this is just in case he fired a Fox 2 that I didn't see. That's the only reason why I did that. And once again, you can see I'm using basically the same defensive tactics that Razor was using, right? I am looping to recommit, and had I fired here, I'm then once again diving into denser air, because it's already pretty dense up here, and I'm going cold. So I'm trying to outrun the missile. Okay, so these little looping recommits and going defensive actually pretty effective against the AMRAAMs and really any missile. Once again, as his missile has me defensive, he's going to recommit. At 6 nautical miles, he gets off another AMRAAM, and like, look, at 6 nautical miles, firing an AMRAAM is like basically a hit, like 100%. I recommit, I get close enough for that Fox 2, and I know it looks like it missed, but that's just a little bit of lag on TacView's part. It's actually a direct hit. I'm dead, but that exact second I managed to fire off a Fox 2. And Razor's just going to flare, and he's going to defeat that missile. Okay, so that's it. He wins. Alright, so that brings us to the end of the Encountering the Phoenix Missile series. The F-15 is the one who won this round. Great fight to Razor. I appreciate him coming out and helping me out with these videos. I hope that you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.